Hey there, welcome to The Magic in the Music. I'm Jen. I'm so excited because today I'm going to be talking about a topic that I have never done a video on before. And the topic is DVC inventory. And if you're saying, hey, what is DVC? What's that even stand for? Well, we're talking about Disney Vacation Club, and that is Disney's version of a timeshare, although it is not like most other timeshares, as I discussed in one of my recent videos. So if you don't really know much about DVC, you're going to want to check out our playlist, and I will link it right up here so that you can learn more about DVC and what it is and whether it's a good fit for you. But for those of you who do know what DVC is, today we are going to get into the details of inventory, why Disney Vacation Club room inventory matters, and how it's going to impact your ability to book and get what you want as a DVC member. This is a really important topic whether you are a current DVC member or if you're considering becoming a DVC member in the future, because inventory is the number one factor that is going to impact your ability to get the DVC booking that you want. I want to make a quick shout out today to some of our patrons. We do have a Patreon over at patreon.com, and there's a link down below if you want to help support the channel and make sure that I get to keep doing what I've been doing on our channel. Your support really goes a long way in making that happen. A couple patrons I want to shout out. Our newest patron, Janine B. Janine B, thank you so much for being a patron for our channel and helping us out. Welcome to our family. I also want to extend a heartfelt thank you to longtime patron Judy V. Judy, you are the best. Your support makes these videos happen. Thank you so, so much. Okay, so let's get down to it. Inventory. What do I mean by inventory? Well, I am talking about the total number of each room type in DVC. Some room types have more than 200 units in that specific booking category, while others have as few as 2. Yes, just 2. That's really, really tough odds if that's something you are looking to book. So knowing the quantity of each type of accommodation, in particular the type of accommodation that you're trying to book, is going to be a really important step in planning your DVC points use. So what do you do? Well, DVC members should familiarize themselves with the inventory at the resorts and the room types that they wish to book. And you're going to want to look at that before you try to book, or potentially before you try to make a wait list. So there's a little bit of homework that is a good idea to do. My husband also suggested that if you are looking at a certain home resort, you might want to check out the inventory for that resort before you buy there so you can make some more accurate predictions about availability, and that might impact your decision as to which home resort to choose. And also, you're just going to want to have a general idea of what things are like. Maybe if you like to book studios, go and look at the studio availability so that you have a bigger picture and a better idea of what is going to be easier and harder to book. And obviously things with higher inventory are going to be easier to book, and things with lower inventory are going to be much, much harder to book. Another reason that inventory is so important is that it is the single biggest factor impacting whether your wait lists are going to come through. So what is a wait list? Let's say that you log in to make a DVC reservation on the website, but you find that the room type that you want is not available. All or some of the dates have already been booked by others. You'll be offered the option to create a wait list, and there's just a little link, a place where you can click, and it just says available to wait list only, and then you're just going to expand that and create your wait list. Then if the room type that you want for the desired dates becomes available in the future, your wait list will be fulfilled. When you're creating that wait list, you have the ability to make selections about when it's going to expire. You have a couple of options, and you can also choose which points that you would like for that wait list reservation to use should it come through. And you also have the option of having it replace an existing reservation. So if you already have something else booked and you want it to replace it and use the points from that, you can tell them in the system how you want all of those points to be used for the wait list. All right, so you're probably wondering, here's a big question. How do you find out inventory? Is this on the DVC website? Well, no, this is not something that is just right out there for everyone to see, but it's okay because I have got a couple of resources that are going to help you to research those room inventories. So let's go check them out now. Okay, so this is my very first resource, dvcinfo.com. This is a really great source for DVC information. The one caveat I do have with this website is that it does not tend to get updated much. So they will have news stories and things, but you will not find, some of these spreadsheets and resort information things. It doesn't always get updated. So like a lot of the Riviera stuff is not there. So I'll show you another source and how you can figure out Riviera room inventory. But this is kind of my go-to for everything except Riviera when it comes to looking at inventory. All right, let's take a look at this first graphic here, and it shows us the inventories for the studios. So you can see that going through these, there are some that have a lot of inventory, and there are some that are very, very low. You can see here that there are only 5 club level studios at Jambo House, whereas another room category like a Savannah View studio, 108. I mean, you can do the math. You're way, way more likely to get that Savannah View studio than you are a club level studio. And we can scroll down. We can see Alani here. You might be a little confused here. We have quantity of dedicated here, and then we have quantity of LO. Quantity of LO is lock off, which means that it can be split apart into 2 separate units, or it can be combined together to make, like a 2-bedroom, which is essentially like a studio and a 1-bedroom put together, creating a 2-bedroom. So that's what LO refers to, lock off. It's important that you understand that. So like this one here, it looks like there's only one, but there are actually 92 lock offs. So it's really just that there is one that's not a lock off. That's not really going to impact your booking, I'd say, in that particular category. So we'll scroll through and you can see that some things there are very few, and for some things there are many, many different rooms available. Here is the 1-bedroom listing. So you can go ahead and pause anywhere or rewind on this video so you can check this out. And here we have the inventories for the 1-bedrooms. And then we've got the 2-bedrooms, and this is the inventory list. Again, we're looking at quantity of dedicated or quantity of lock off. So there you have that. And then we've got the 2-bedroom. This specifies lock offs. So they've separated out the dedicated and the lock offs into separate spreadsheets. It probably was easier for them to organize their information that way. And let's go on down. We have the 3-bedroom grand villas. And these, of course, are all going to be dedicated. They're not going to be a lock off because they can't be created with a 1-bedroom and a 2-bedroom put together. That's not enough. You need more for a 3-bedroom. You'll notice here that there are far fewer 3-bedrooms than there are the other accommodation types. And then they have a special category for other units. So you've got the Alani Hotel, standard hotel rooms, only 8 of those. We've got the cabins at Copper Creek. And then you've got the bungalows at Polynesian and the inn rooms at Vero Beach. 2 different booking categories of the inn rooms at Vero Beach. Then we've got Saratoga Springs. THV is the Treehouse Villas. Okay, so you can see all of these sort of legacy resorts there, but what about Riviera and soon to be Tower at Disneyland Hotel? How are you going to get that information? Well, I have another good resource for you, and I would recommend jumping on over to touringplans.com. Okay, next stop on our search for room inventories is touringplans.com. I use this website a lot, and it's a really helpful tool for me. And I am not sponsored by them either. I just like them, and I use their stuff quite a bit. This room finder is a really great tool, and I don't think that you have to have a subscription to use this. So you can go ahead and investigate a little bit on that. But what you have to do is you're going to want to just search for the resort you want, in this case Riviera, Disney's Riviera Resort, and touring plans. And then you'll be able to find this, which is the room finder. So it's meant, the purpose of this tool is for you to find different room locations and views and things that you like to assist you in making a room request. And I actually have a video on how to make a room request, and I'm going to link it right up here so you can check it out. But today, that's not what we're doing. We're not trying to look for specific rooms. We are trying to find inventories. So the way that I'm going to do that here is to go to room type, click this pull down menu, and let's say we are looking for, we can search all 2 bedrooms if we wanted to. Let's go ahead and look at a standard view studio. And then I'm just going to go down and click show matching rooms. And you can look at the different floors and investigate where these are. But the most important piece of information that I'm looking for is right here. This is what I'm looking for. 67 rooms found in building. And then it tells you how many on each floor. 2 on floor 1. And if you switch to these other floors, 5 on floor 2, and so on. So you can see there are 9 on floor 4. Again, there's that total, 67. That's the number you're looking for. So then you can repeat this with any other room category you want. Say you want a preferred studio. So we said there were 67 standard view. Now we're going to try to search. And there are 119 preferred view studios. So you can see 67 versus 119. So just really rough math here. Your likelihood of booking a preferred studio versus a standard view studio, it's about twice the inventory for preferred studios. So you probably have double the odds of being able to book that preferred studio versus the standard view studio. So that tells you right there, the standard view studio is going to go first. And of course, common sense is going to tell you the standard view studio is going to go first. Also, because it has a lower point cost. So those 2 pieces of information kind of piled up are going to make it a lot harder to book that room. Of course, you can repeat this process with any other room type that you'd like at Riviera. Okay, so what does this all mean, and how is this going to inform your choices when you are booking as a DVC member? Well, let's look at an example. And actually, this doesn't just impact you as a DVC member. If you are looking at doing a DVC points rental, it is also going to impact you. Back over to dvcinfo.com and let's check out these studios. So we have, looking at, there we are, BWV is Boardwalk Villas. And you can see here that we have 3 different view categories for a boardwalk studio. We have boardwalk view, preferred view, and standard view. So take a look at this inventory. You have 15 here and 37. So you're actually going to add those numbers together for a total of 52 of the standard view studios. Now let's contrast that with the total number of the preferred view studios. You can see here there are 74 and 91 for a total of 165 preferred view, which is a pool, water, or garden view. You can see if you do some simple math again, 52 versus 165, roughly 3 times as likely to get a preferred view studio versus a standard view studio because of just the number of them that are available to go around. So that should tell you a lot about not only about how you can predict availability, but also what you should plan for. So if you don't have Boardwalk as your home resort and you are hoping to book it at 7 months, you are much, much more likely to have a preferred view available versus a standard view. And you may want to budget your points for that preferred view. You can see that if we scan through, we have a few room categories that just have extremely low inventory. Anything that's club level at Jumbo House, very, very low inventory. We also have anything that is a value room is also, and that's at Animal Kingdom Lodge Jumbo House. Those are going to be really, really low inventory. You've got a couple of things as well that are really low inventory. Generally speaking, anything at the villas at Grand California it tends to be pretty low inventory. That is not a very big resort. And it used to be the case that Grand Floridian also had really low inventory, but since they've renovated Big Pine Key building and they're selling the new expansion of Grand Floridian, there are a whole bunch more studios or resort, they call them resort studios, which are not listed here. But if you are looking for a 1-bedroom or 2-bedroom or a 3-bedroom, they still have pretty limited inventory of those. Again, looking at the 1-bedroom, same thing. The club level and the value are very, very low inventory. Theme park views at Bay Lake Tower are definitely more limited because they have to face a certain direction. So you're not going to find quite as much inventory of those types of rooms. You've got some limitations over at Hilton Head Island. Grand Californian, once again, pretty limited, and Grand Floridian. These are the dedicated rooms. Pretty good inventory on most of those. We have the 2-bedroom lock-offs. Again, some limitations in club level and value rooms. And then some of the resorts that just tend to be smaller. Grand Villas, this is where things start to get really tight. There are not very many of these. Jumbo House, only 6. In Kidani Village, there are 2 standard view Grand Villas. A lot of these, only 2. Only 2 at Aulani that have the standard view. And we have only 4 at Copper Creek with the pool, Bay Lake, or Courtyard. So only 3 of those Grand Villas. And, a lot of them, 5. Hilton Head Island has only 5. Only 6 at Vero Beach with the ocean view. Only 2 at Grand Californian. And that's probably the least you're going to see of those. And then in a special category, they tend not to be quite as high, just simply because it takes a lot of points. So people don't book those as often. We've got the standard hotel room at Aulani with only 8 of those units available. And my understanding is that those go pretty quickly. And some of these are also a little on the smaller side, like the Polynesian bungalows. However, that is such an incredibly expensive room type that is one of the ones that does tend to be available a lot more than other room types. Hey, if you're finding our videos to be helpful, be sure to like and comment below and share this video with other people. It really does help out our channel a lot. You can also check us out at themagicandthemusic.com, and be sure to check out our Patreon site where you're going to find more and more behind the scenes videos from me. I am just starting to get into the swing of posting a lot of videos over there, and I can't wait to connect with you and get to know you as well on Patreon. If you're finding our channel helpful, be sure to check out this playlist right up here. We also think you're going to love this video right over here. Thank you so much for joining us today. Have a fantastic day, everybody. Bye.